Welcome back to the channel. Today is Monday, April 6, 2026, and the world of medicine is moving incredibly fast. Today we are talking about AI revolution in lung cancer, new robotic technology in lung cancer diagnosis. Drug approval news, Foundayo, orforglipron, the game-changing GLP-1 weight loss pill. Military medicine boost, major infrastructure upgrades in Delhi. Counterfeit alert, FSSAI crackdowns on fake food products. Let's jump in. Segment 1, Robotics and Cancer Detection. Early detection is everything for lung cancer. Today's big news comes from the Mayo Clinic, published in the Mayo Clinic Proceedings. Researchers are highlighting new, minimally invasive robotic technology that allows doctors to quickly and safely sort out dangerous nodules from benign ones. Why this matters: the technology can treat diseases earlier and with fewer complications, significantly improving survival rates. The trend, as we move through 2026, AI is shifting from a buzzword to an essential diagnostic tool in radiology and pulmonology, flagging anomalies before they become severe. Segment 2, Game-Changing Drug Approvals, April 1st and 2nd. If you've been watching the obesity space, April 1st was a huge day. The FDA approved Foundayo, orforglipron. It is the first non-peptide oral GLP-1 receptor agonist, meaning it's a daily pill for weight loss, not an injection. March 25, 2026, FDA approved Lafurli, relacorilant, for platinum-resistant ovarian cancer. March 24, 2026, Avlaya, tividenofusp alpha, was approved for Hunter syndrome, a rare genetic disorder. Segment 3, Medical Infrastructure and Self-Reliance. Shifting to India, Defense Minister Rajnath Singh has laid the foundation stones for advanced medical facilities at the Army Hospital, Research and Referral, in Delhi. The goal: upgrading to state-of-the-art ophthalmology, oncology, and joint replacement centers. The focus: this initiative, on the 262nd Army Medical Corps Raising Day, focuses on indigenous research and strengthening military tertiary healthcare. Singh urged the medical community to embrace self-reliance and technology in military medicine. Segment 4, Public Health Alert, Counterfeit Goods. A very important update for consumers. A wave of police raids across India has exposed massive counterfeiting of everyday items. The danger: FSSAI has flagged adulterated paneer, ginger garlic paste, and counterfeit toothpaste, specifically Sensodyne, being sold in Delhi, Surat, and Hyderabad. What to do: always check packaging for authenticity. Over 5.18 lakh food samples have been tested recently, with thousands found unsafe. Segment 5, Quick Hits and Future Focus. Mental Health/Astronauts, ISRO has launched a mission in Ladakh to test the mental/physical strength of astronauts. Cardiovascular, a new study finds that irregular bedtimes can double the risk of heart problems for those sleeping less than 8 hours. World Health Day, tomorrow, April 7th, is World Health Day. who is rallying around Together for Health. Stand with science to focus on a One Health approach. The FDA has approved a second oral GLP-1 receptor agonist for weight loss in adults with obesity or overweight and weight-related comorbidities. A once-daily tablet, orforglipron, is indicated in conjunction with a reduced-calorie diet and increased physical activity and can be taken at any time of day without restrictions on food and water intake, setting it apart from oral semaglutide, which needs to be taken with water in the morning on an empty stomach. MedPage Today. Belly fat versus visceral fat. Belly fat that you see and feel pushing against your jeans is often a sign of visceral fat, but not always. It's possible to have fat just under the skin and very little visceral fat. Sumo wrestlers who train daily, for example, often have very large waists and high BMIs and yet relatively low visceral fat. This can change very quickly, of course, when these athletes stop working out. WebMD. Is lean always okay? Just as a large waist doesn't always mean too much visceral fat, a slim waist doesn't always mean you're in the clear. Your visceral fat may be too high even if your waist size is in the safe range. Doctors have a term for this, TOFI, which stands for thin outside fat inside . WebMD. Vericiguat 2.5 mg, often branded as Vertuvo, is a starting dose medication used to treat chronic heart failure in adults with reduced ejection fraction who have recently experienced a worsening of symptoms. It acts as a soluble guanylate cyclase (SGC) stimulator, helping to widen blood vessels, improve blood circulation, and reduce the risk of cardiovascular death or hospitalization. Key uses and information. Heart failure treatment. It is used to manage symptomatic, chronic heart failure, usually an ejection fraction less than 45%, following a recent event like hospitalization or need for 4 diuretics. Dosage and administration. The standard starting dose is 2.5 mg once daily, taken with food. The dose is typically doubled every 2 weeks to a target dose of 10 mg, depending on tolerance. Mechanism. It works by increasing the levels of cyclic guanosine monophosphate, CGMP, in the body, which relaxes blood vessels and reduces the workload on the heart. Common side effects. The most common adverse effects are low blood pressure, hypotension, and low red blood cell count, anemia. Important warnings. Pregnancy. It can cause fetal harm and should not be used during pregnancy. Breastfeeding, not recommended. Low blood pressure. It can cause dizziness or lightheadedness. Disclaimer. This information is for educational purposes only and does not constitute medical advice. Consult a healthcare professional for diagnosis and treatment. Call to action. Which of these stories surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for your daily medical news update. Stay healthy. Disclaimer. This script is based on general medical information. All information must be verified before use. The creator, publisher, and YouTube will not be liable or responsible for any negative consequences.